Today we'll be looking at intercepts. Our objectives will be to identify the standard form of a linear equation, to find intercepts, and to graph using intercepts. So let's begin by looking at the standard form of a linear equation. Now this is different than what we've been seeing every time we talk about a linear equation. This time the linear equation is written in the form ax plus by is equal to c. Now let me make sure you understand. You could solve for y here and write this in slope-intercept form, but it's not necessary to always do that. Here is an example of a linear equation written in standard form. Let's assume we want to graph this, and let me show you how we can do this another way without having to solve for y. Let's use intercepts. So if we want to use intercepts to graph, the first thing we need to be able to do is find the intercepts. Let's take that same equation and let's go through the steps for calculating intercepts. You'll notice I've put in a chart here that looks very similar to what we did when we used plotting points before. And it turns out that it works exactly the same. The only difference is that this time, instead of picking 0, 1, and 2 like we did before, we're always going to pick x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Anytime you want to find intercepts, those are always your two picks. So let's start by plugging in x is equal to 0. When we do that, we get 2 times 0 plus 5y is equal to 10. So 5y is equal to 10, or y is equal to 2. Remember, we'll put that in our chart, and that'll behave for us as an ordered pair of numbers. Let's continue then and do y is equal to 0. So we get 2x plus 5 times 0 is equal to 10, 2x is equal to 10, and x is equal to 5. We'll also put that in our chart. So let's see if we can use intercepts to graph this equation. Let me remind you here that this is just an ordered pair of numbers, and we want to plot that point. So 0, 2 would be right here. By the way, that's what we call a y-intercept because our line is going to cross the y-axis right there. We also have another ordered pair here, 5, 0. When x is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, y is 0. So I want you to notice here we have another intercept. This time we have the x-intercept. And then all we would need to do to graph this would be to draw the line through those two intercepts. It's another method of graphing. It gives you exactly the same line you would have gotten if you had taken this equation, solved for y, and then graphed. This is just another way of accomplishing that task. So let me leave you with this thought. Anytime you need to calculate intercepts, you will always let x equal to 0 to find the y-intercept and let y equal 0 to find the x-intercept. Once you have those two values, that's sufficient for you to be able to graph a linear equation. This is a short one. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you again soon.